Kiss my Yes now, hey.
Good day. I hope you followed this video from the previous video. So also just remember that what applies on the difference between two cubes is similar to what applies on the sum of two cubes. So how do we notice the sum of two cubes? Obviously, we can notice two terms that are separated by a plus like that, and also those terms must be cubed. I also explained how you can notice the cubes, the perfect cubes from the previous video. So if you haven't watched that, you can click there and watch that video now before we can continue on this video. So now how do we factorize the sum of two cubes? So factorizing this is the same as the difference between two cubes. Suppose we're having y cubed plus x cubed. We are still going to follow these rules, but now the only difference now it will be here when we are dealing with our signs there. That's the only difference, so this video won't be too long. So now how do we factorize this? I said firstly we check which values are multiplying to give us these. So here we saw that we are multiplying y, so y will be our first value, and here we're multiplying x, or we are cubing x, this will be our second value. And the next thing, we can have two sets of bracket, the other one being bigger than the other one. And to get the first term here, we just get these values, so this will be y and that will be x. And to get the first term in the second bracket, we square the first value, so that will be y squared. And to get the second term, we multiply the values, so x multiplied by y, that's xy. And to get the third term there, we square the second value, so x squared gives us x squared. And now the signs here, there will be plus, minus, plus. On the difference between two cubes, we're putting minus, plus, plus, and now it is plus, minus, plus. If you can just master that, you'll be very, very okay. Let's just do one last example so that you can see how this is done, and then we can move to other types of factorization. So here we're having 125x cubed plus 27. So let's check, is there any common factor? There is no common factor. So let's check what multiplies to give us that. So we can see that 5 multiplied by x, 3 times it will give us that. So it means that our first value, here it is 5. And then our second value, what is multiplying to give us this? It is 3. If you cube 3, we get 27. So this is our second value. So now we can set up our brackets, the other one smaller than the other, right? Like that. So in the first bracket, we are just going to put these values, the first and the second. So that will be 5x, that will be 3. And then now, in this second bracket, we are going to have 3 terms. So how do we notice our 3 terms? So first, we square this first value. So 5x squared gives us 25x squared. And how do we find the second value? We multiply the first and the second terms. So 5x multiplied by 3, we get 15x. And lastly, we square the second term. So we are going to multiply 3 twice, or we are going to square 3, we are going to get 9. And to find our signs here, just because we are dealing with the sum of two cubes, this will just be plus, minus, plus, and that's factorized, just like that. If you have enjoyed, don't forget to subscribe to our channel so that it can help us to keep on creating more videos for you. So now let's go to the factorization by stripping. See you on the next one.